The champion, only 23 years of age, from Germany, 27. His opponent, 8-1 and 0, 9-7-0. On paper, perfectly matched. A young man wants to take the title, the other wants to keep it. Let's go to our MC, Mr. Buddy Johnson, to get our big title fight underway.
BAMMA fans, fight fans, this is the final bout of the evening. BAMMA 26 right here at the 3 Arena in Dublin, Ireland. BAMMA 26, when the championship matchup begins, your judges, Barry Oglesby, Andy Haig, and Kevin Capel. Your timekeeper, Sarah Tyrrell. Ladies and gentlemen, BAMMA 26, broadcasting live across the world, across social media. Find us on Facebook and Twitter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready for championship matchup in the flyweight division. Challenger versus champion. Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans in the arena, if you're ready, make some noise! We are set for 3 5-minute rounds in the professional flyweight division. This is for the flyweight world title. Introducing first, your challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. This man stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in officially at 124.8 pounds. He has a record of 9 wins with 7 losses and 0 draws, with 6 of those wins by decision. Fighting out of County Down, Northern Ireland, he is Andy Taz Young! And his opponent, your reigning champion, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in officially at 124.4 pounds. He has a record of 8 wins with 1 loss and 0 draws, with 4 of those wins going by decision. Fighting out of Berlin, Germany, he is your reigning, your defending flyweight champion of the world, Rany Saadeh! When this championship matchup begins, your referee in charge, Leon Roberts.
So Chris, as Leon brings him in, it doesn't get bigger than this.
Two of the very finest in the lightest weight class in the men's division clash tonight, headlining this epic night of MMA in Ireland. It's BAMMA 26, the main event, here live from the 3 Arena.
And Andy Young leads with a double jab. Rany immediately comes back with the front teep kick as a defensive mode.
And the crowd mesmerized here. The tension notable, the excitement unparalleled. Rany looking for some nice straight punches, but I like the slips from Andy. Andy, I know, has been working on his striking and more importantly, his evasion skills in the pocket when trading.
Rany, though, as he says, so mature at 23. This is second home and willing to trade, and beats the big knee in there as well. They stand toe-to-toe early in this opening round, set their stall out early, and then Rany finally goes for that double leg, has to switch to a single. There's Andy Young's strength.
The champ tastes the power of the challenger and then opts to get in underneath and try and take him down, but Andy Young, very, very difficult. Andy Young here looking in this world title fight, Malcolm, for a deep underhook there on the left. And I think Rany's a little bit flustered by that early offensive.
I think Andy Young got his attention very early and his respect very early, and that was why the tie-up with the knees. And we're seeing now the strength of Andy Young. This is a real, real test for our champion.
And the crowd showing tons of appreciation here. Andy Young working there in the clinch, and then the counters from Rany. The champ working real hard here to try and get out of the clinch on favorable terms, and does so. Rany's got to get on his bike and keep moving, because I think Andy stung him, Malk.
I think so, right early in the round. And again, you've got to take the title from the champ, and that's the confidence of Andy. He said, I respect him immensely, but it's my time, and that right hand landed as well, backing the champion up.
Andy Young has also been very, very vocal that he believes Rany Saadeh has actually underestimated him. He said, look, he doesn't know what he's getting himself into. Big head kick attempt from Andy Young. Andy Young looking for some early, significant, powerful bombs. Rany doing a better job of managing the distance right now. I like the kicks from Rany. I want to see more of those.
A nice little check from Andy Young as well. He is really in the zone, and that's what you need from a challenger when he's really come to try and take this belt. And Rany's being asked questions seriously in the opening round.
Jabbing into the inside slip. Is the champ to a right cross? That was more technical. That's what he wants.
Nice, oh, good slip, and he needed it from the champ because Andy's left hand shot there in the hook and he slipped underneath it.
Rany also warned us he's got a new knockout finishing move called the Rany Bomb. I'm looking for him to unload it.
Well, he's got to get close to Andy Young to unload it. Great start from the challenger so far, very confident.
I like the fact that Andy Young is swapping stances. That's throwing Rany off right now.
Well, Rany working behind his left jab now, and those kicks to the legs, good stuff. And immediately Andy returns fire with the hands. They tie up again, big knee to the midsection from the champion. Getting his own range and distance right now.
Rany controlled the Muay Thai plum there, but shrugged off by Andy Young. Andy also was very clear to us earlier before this contest that the strength and conditioning really influenced the way he cut the weight. So he's held all of the power without the over bulking and mass that sometimes all that strength and conditioning can bring out in an athlete. So it's really the best of both worlds, real functional stuff. And
well, as we come to just 1.5 minutes left, the face of the champion is reddening from the superb jab of Andy Young. Just the simple bread and butter technique that's going through like that, straight through the channel. And the champ's face is reddening.
And he's been unable to take him down or control the Thai plum, the clinch. So Andy Young having a good, solid start here out of the gate at BAMMA 26.
Staying in with the pocket with the champ as well. I like that, willing to trade with him. The confidence oozing from him.
And the fans vocal in their appreciation for Andy Young.
There, look how he stays in the pocket, just moves back slightly, then comes straight back in. He's come to trade. There you go, and again, the knee is the final exclamation mark from the challenger.
And Andy did a great job with that collar tie there, shucking out of the clinch. Outstanding stuff, and then in for the shot. But good takedown defense from Rany.
He's being asked questions, Chris, for the first time in a while. This his fifth at BAMMA, it's his home, and yet Andy Young is asking all sorts of questions of our champion.
Rany looking to maybe play a little bit of Uchimata there, but Andy Young considered the counter with the outside trip. The one thing I like about Rany is he always studies his opponents and their movement. He comes up with more of a principles-based approach about how to win fights, whether that be, in this case, trying to get into the clinch and use those knees or kick at distance. But Andy Young doing a great job of being either in or out, threatening the takedown or using the boxing to defend.
Well, inside the last 10 seconds, and there's the elbows there from Andy and the knees, but for the first time, Rany backs him up with his own solid. What a finish to the round. What a last 10 seconds.
Incredible stuff here. And the first round was really important to consider the different tools that both men used, whether it was the boxing that Andy used, the moments Rany kicked, or more importantly, the wrestling and work that he used to get out of the clinch when Rany was trying to use knees. So there was a lot going on. It's a true clash, an epic clash of styles in MMA.
But the great thing here as well was Andy set out his stall early. When Rany came forward, he stood in the pocket, stayed with him, and looked to push him back.
BAMMA 26 continues to really inspire here in the 3 arena. And man, what a title clash we have here for the most coveted belt in Europe at a $125.
So round 2 of potential 3, and already the challenger has set out his stall.
And the atmosphere electric here at BAMMA 26 for this world title fight. Saadeh wearing red and white, mostly white. Young, red and white, mostly red.
Calling the champion on. He wants this title. It's my time, he says, and he's really trying to prove it here in the second round.
And Andy, one of the most intimidating winning runs in the last 12 calendar months.
Now, you talked about his titles, but you can't get more motivated than the BAMMA world title. That's what's at stake here.
And I love what Andy's doing right now. I think it's fairly arguable he won the first round.
There's a good shout for him, at least. I'll say that. That's better
Shovel
from
uppercut
Rany.
to a right hand lands for Saadeh.
And that was because they were straight down the pipe, straight through the channel, left and right, one after the other. The first time the champ's really stamped his authority on that.
Rany's got to use his reach and set up those kicks. Nice jab again. Stiff jab lands for the German.
This is better from the champion. Then the knee in the clinch. Oh, and the second knee lands cleanly. He's letting the challenger know now what he's got to do to take this belt as he steps up the pace here in the second.
There comes the Rany bomb, baby. Man, has he got some serious power in that stiff jab. And I love the way he uses that to set up the right cross. Basics, but basics win big fights.
Oh, and when they executed so well as well, straight down the pipe, suddenly Andy's had to think coming in because Rany stood his ground and retaliated with venom there.
The sting, no doubt, felt. You can see Young is a little bit more hesitant to come inside there.
Well, there was the two knees on the end as well. As soon as they clinched up, the two knees came in.
And as the action rolls on here live from Dublin's 3 Arena, we continue to trend on Twitter. Hashtag BAMMA 26. And you get the feeling, Malcolm, that's a testament to the level of the action and the intensity of this atmosphere at the
you talk
packed out
about
3 Arena.
intensity now. The champion's taking it up a level now as well. He's realised that Andy Young is a real threat here. And oh, there's the right hand from the champion who is bleeding from the nose. And the takedown attempt from Young, another turnaround. Oh, Saadeh gets straight back up. This round is really bubbling now.
And it's every time one of them lands a couple of significant strikes, the other opts to go for the shot. And that, to me, is one of the most beautiful elements of mixed martial arts, and both are showing it off for this big title fight.
Neither's letting the other get up ahead of steam. Saadeh realised what Andy Young was doing in the first, came out so much more positive in the second, looked to stamp his authority. Andy has now responded again. That's what making this title fight really bubbling just inside the halfway mark.
In just over 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Young again looking for this takedown, but Rany stuffs it into the plummet. A big knee for Rany.
He's beginning to get fluid with those knees now, the champion, looking for every opportunity when they get inside close.
He carries so much power. And again, this is why I love this division. It's all action, non-stop. Neither fighter has slowed in the pace thus far.
Well, Andy Young looked to double up the left on the left hook, but again, as we were saying, Rany just didn't allow him. Nobody's getting up ahead of steam because they're really bringing this back and forward.
Andy Young looking again to time something, and I have a feeling it's going to be that shot again. Because
He was
right
close
now,
the first time, wasn't he?
yeah, and especially since the fact that Rany's utilizing distance management much more effectively in this round.
Oh yes, his timing, his combinations, the knees on the end of every combination that fall fluidly now. He's beginning to, there, the right hand over the top, his timing and movement is coming as well. As you'd expect, he's the champion.
And you can see evidence on the face of Andy Young. Nice kick to the body. Very difficult technique to do moving backwards, and Rany just pinned him there.
This is the thing, Chris, his counters are getting very fluid now. He's drawing Andy on. He's had a look at him. He's happy now. When Andy was in the pocket in the first round, it threw the champion a bit. It's not throwing him in the second. He doesn't mind that Andy's in the pocket now. He's countering far more fluidly.
And it was exceptionally accurate as well. It was a key to being loose and powerful and accurate.
Oh, and the uppercut and the left hook, Chris.
Difficult equilibrium to find in MMA, and right now Rany's getting it, and getting it done in style.
Well, this is close, and it's been brilliant. They've stayed in that pocket, tip for tap. And with the judges looking, we're coming inside the last 30 seconds now, and Saadeh chops at the leg, and then the knee comes in beautifully. Andy Young doubles up the hook. This is superb. But you can make a point for either man both rounds. This is on a knife edge going into the third and final round of the title defense. I think the champ has come to life in this round.
I think it's probably going to be one apiece if this one escapes the second. But the ultra slick Muay Thai of Rany is just so mesmerizing to watch, as is the takedown defense here.
Oh, superb again, and Andy Young dogged finally gets there with just 3 seconds to go. Rany turns him immediately.
Incredible.
And back to his feet.
Absolutely incredible. Another round in the books. Everyone applauding in this sold-out arena. Man, Dublin is heaving tonight for MMA, and it's the lightest men in the organization competing for the top belt in European MMA.
And they're giving us the biggest thrills. That second round went up a notch from a very good first round already. Rany woke up. He suddenly realized this challenger's for real. This guy's the real deal. But the difference was he stayed in the pocket with him, and had the counters that came this time.
The knees, the timing of the kicks, that really slick right hand that he puts over the top of the guard. It's a game of timing and inches, Malcolm, and right now Rany has made some more accurate calculations in what has been some decisive exchanges in this title fight.
And it just made Andy's game plan that bit more hesitant in the second round. Not a great deal. He still stayed in the pocket himself, but he's had to think more because everything that's come out, the champion's come back, and those knees are especially a warning to the challenger.
And let's be clear, it's not because Young is gun shy, it's because that man was able to really turn things up another level. We are set for an incredible round 3.
Oh, this is all in the balance here, as a good world title fight should be. This is still there for the taking. Now, for me, it's whether Young will still continue to push forward. There again, look, he pushes forward. This time, it's a stiff left he walks straight into. This is the difference between the champion at the end of round 2 and the beginning of round 3 here now.
And he's utilizing that open hand with the lead hook, the slap, as it's sometimes referred to.
Oh, doubles up. To the body and head as well, in defensive move, beautiful counter strike, and look at that, and then a jump from Young.
Acrobatics there from Andy Young, going airborne. Whoa!
And this, what excites me most about this is, look, they both stay in the pocket, they're there, they're willing to slip and move rather than step back out of the way.
And what has been a war of all walk and no talk.
Oh, it's superb. Look, the chopping elbow this time from the champion, the right-hand reply from the challenger. Then he goes for the double leg, and he finally secures it. And listen to the crowd. That change-up was just what was needed from Andy Young, but Rany's back up.
And look at Rany move. Immediately, the moment he hit the floor, he was up like a pogo stick. Driving in now to return the favor, and it's Rany, the champion, successful.
And if it's not the nose, it might be the eye as well of Andy Young that's cut, possibly from those elbows, but definitely from the accuracy of the champion during round 2 and the beginning here of round 3.
And the strength of both men. So really put it through the paces here, a mirror image.
Now, the good thing here, Chris, was that Andy Young had the foresight to switch and go for it, and yet Rany mixed him again. It's really bubbling now. It's been a fantastic finish to a huge night of action here in Dublin.
Uppercut to a hook from Rany Saadeh. And a stiff jab as well. Young looking to get inside. Young showing the level change from the outside there. Down punch over the top. Nothing but air.
Both men bleeding, Chris, because they stayed here. Look at this. This is superb. They're relying on their timing and their expertise. And again, the knee this time from Young. You can't ask more from a challenger.
Super technical, but also so much heart. So much determination.
Big sigh from Saadeh there as he came forward to say, this is a good man in front of me. And then the left hand of Andy Young landed immediately. He is cut just by the eye and the nose, Young. Saadeh, I think, is bleeding from the nose. And still Young comes forward and he walks onto a right hand.
Halfway through this fight, and we are in the middle of the 3rd round, the final round.
And possibly the most vital round, Chris.
And possibly the most epic back and forth contest, possibly the fight of the night. And we've had several to write home about tonight.
Oh, yes.
Big kick lands for Andy Young.
To fight. He's come here to try and take that title. And then the champ has stepped up to the plate and showed us why he is the champion.
Sensational downward elbow there from Rany. And Rany is standing. I mean, he is throwing everything into these shots. Every one of these is thrown to finish. But Andy stalks him down. This is good pressure from Andy Young.
But the knees come almost as fluidly as anything else from the champion. And as I said, that first round, he had a good look at the challenger and thought, this is a dangerous man. Probably even lost the first round. But what I love about him since there is, not only has he shown Andy Young respect, he's raised his game as you expect from the current and defending world champion.
These two in a category of one in their respective countries meet on an incredible European stage to fight for the belt tonight, and there's under 90 seconds in regulation.
Well, if anybody doubted Young's credentials, here they are. Look at this, look at this!
Mouthpiece and goes forward!
Listen to the crowd's response. Rany ties up for the first time. Young dragging up something from somewhere. If you doubted his credentials, what heart, then Rany switches it back. The fatigue, the effort, we're into the last minute, and you can't ask for more, Chris.
Unbelievable. Both fighters being tested to the max. Rany was lighting him up, and then Andy Young comes back with such enthusiasm. 45 seconds is a sprint to the finish.
Oh, this is incredible. This is what a world title should be. Look, Andy Young bloodied but not beaten. Then Rany takes a deep breath and throws his own right. If this was a movie, you'd say it was unbelievable, but they're doing it. Look, last 30 seconds of the bout and toe-to-toe in the pocket. No movement now, just hard and heavy. And look at Young coming on strong, the challenger. The champ forced to take him down.
Never mind the movie, this is an action flick on fast forward. Saadeh jumps onto his back, no hooks in, looking for the choke. Little bit high here, Andy Young looking to get out the back door. Rany swaps to an armbar. Whoa!
Oh, that would have been the finish. As it is, we're going to go to the judges. And do you know what? Win or lose, Andy Young has cemented his credentials here. What a bout to finish the night. What a world title fight.
What a fight. Wow. Two exceptional, legendary martial artists in the flyweight division, 2 stars, and neither able to catch the decisive edge, go the distance. Both in their respective journeys have gone from prospect to contender. Rany able to get the belt. Has Andy Young done enough in what was a scrap of epic proportions? A chess match of chess matches. And throughout the heat of battle here on the biggest show in European mixed martial arts, both show such poise and lived up to the potential to deliver something truly special. BAMMA 26 on a night of unstoppable mixed martial arts. 2 ultra game men met and delivered, giving their very best and leaving it all here in BAMMA Center Ring. And this is the type of fight where there really can be no loser, but there can only be one champ. Over to Buddy Johnson.
After 3 rounds of this main event, we go to our judges' scorecard. Judge 1 scored about 29-28. Judge 2, 29-28. Judge 3, 29-28. To your winner by unanimous decision. And still, Flyweight World Champion, Rany Saadeh.
Rany, still the flyweight world champion, but what about that was? You had to work to retain that title.
Doesn't matter. Hey, Dublin, what's the crack? Come on, show some love.
Now, the first round, Andy came out very strong as the challenger. And if you look at the judges' scorecard, that was probably the round he took. You really had to adjust and show your true champion nature, didn't you?
It was a tough fight. Much respect to Andy. Congratulations on that good fight. Maybe we can do it again one more time. I think he showed that he deserves to fight with the big dogs. But I'm still the champion, and I'm happy.
You heard him first. Rany Saadeh, still the flyweight champion in what was an incredible world title fight.
Come on. Show some love for the flyweights. We showed that we can fight. Come on, flyweights can fight. Come on, let me fight with the big dogs. We're coming for you, Mighty Mouse.